Okay, abusia ma kwa basho so ereba Ghana politics avenue so. Abusia yembonra yensem. Plane crash ya koko crash ya ye Lucy ye defense minister ne echese cabinet ministers na abusia finally black box no ye hu a echese pilot no na echese or can wi mu hyen no abusia the conversation na on engine room no have a conversation ni nyina no aba abonten a sisi ano Ivan Chi echese so far as yehu black box ne nko ade nneoma ekoso ewo echese copter ne mu bia no black box no ebeda ne nyina because there will be a conversation between the pilot and omo engine room no intino sisi ano black box no yehu a conversation no ba abonten a enye asam keto akra yensem mrem yenko na yenkonko ti ensem a Ivan Chi ede tuja abusia unsubscribe ya subscribe like na share my front so answer into me and can be Ghana politics avenue so and don't forget to click on the notification bell send any updates be ever drop biano also onsa ebe to me aka madam say
bia okasa was start here me number bia was start here free and it's very sad, very sad, especially when you know the persons who are involved in this whole tragic thing. Alaska, I'm not sure say West enough I bet me express how we feel about some of these things, because these are individuals that yes more private business and now more any other thing and no nam so kunya sam kwanhia wo these are individuals that more your manya juma and her circumstances no kwan your fa so a it's heartbreaking. And the sad aspect of it on so individuals know we said basic culture there are some the personal attachment is there. Yes, will be to say Samuel Abuaji say somebody a very close friend that occasionally he will call him. I remember say almost 2 about we you declare say we win it later AC assign a tiny this particular thing. We were on phone for like Obuase, yes.
Oh!
Yes. I've been to his house. Like me, Alaska is sad. It's sad. He's such a young man. Or try out also in the Sassam we are to he'll be Dr. Manabuama or no crowd and Anwada Jubilee House. And the day na your friend said 6 March and also no.
That's right.
He was at the your friend said Jubilee House. I saw him in person, and I know that was somebody in the way.
Accountability
government
series.
Accountability series.
I think just last week.
Yes. Alaska, these are individuals on there, and this is a young man full of life. And I hear my various who are playing the NDC leading up or in opposition. Wakaya, your friends are in the IT department. Right. 777. He was the person manning it. Election night no bakaya or the president Mahama na no mote ho our brief know how things were going in as a form when you na buy or some be deputy minister your friends minister of defense nobody expected some of this tragic there be makase obi atumi at any point in time yare na as a form but Alaska no some of this tragic thing no especially when it involves planes, then as a form.
Sadly,
the sad aspect of being involved in a helicopter or plane crash in Alaska, you get the indication. That is the sad aspect of it all. You get the indication because whenever there is this thing, what the plane when to say pilot and answer why air you should the term mayday, you know, say
mayday.
Yeah, mayday. It's a distress call. Yes, send it back to where say things are out of control. So that is a code that when you tell what be my bra how to play mu pe.
I also want to say
says all bomb pie chire unyankopon because mayday dear a very way a distress sign, distress call. Nema way cause he said the details are quite sketchy. We don't actually know what exactly they happen here. Pieces of information nipa aye involved no hwasem na yate. But Alaska It's very terrible because you see, in the helicopter or in the plane, you get the indications that new going there because what fly above certain radar.
That's right.
Several miles away from the earth. Who can free plane me nye? Who see nye? Because who see no from because oxygen there no, is depleted, so you even die before you reach down.
Wow.
That is one aspect of it. Who can nye? And according to sketchy reports now, but I think that particular area now, there is a problem there.
Oh,
Corona we see, you know, it's the same area. And last year we had a scare at the same place. And I am told Obakaya Abraham John Mahama, president 2016.
That's right.
There was another scare at the same area.
Okay.
So one place, I don't know what it is, but I think some explanation will come. Some of this altitude, no, I don't know that near my high, sometimes no radar and as for no jamming, that kind of way, no. So it's the same place, and at this particular sad incident, Akwakwesi. So just imagine, say, what plane when your indications say, pilots na lose control. And I'm told the feedback communication to the tower with control, they even lost it. So why not walk catch no?
Wow.
And I want lose control to radar and the 10 is flying on its own. Alaska, the dangerous aspect of this whole thing, they say, I didn't bet me about the bottom. Ebe form no winning. I don't know whether they had parachute, a parachute on board, but circumstances and their money city, and sometimes, you know, very difficult to explain some of these things. But Alaska, I didn't bet bottom. That's a word prayer, that's a winning we cry, a jatoma. And there are a man for who said the most inflammable fuel back when was as way so a jet fuel a highly inflammable and this obakaya abra World Trade Center and anten ko attack here no plane no mo je ye de ko attack here no that plane was loaded with jet fuel and until the World Trade Center was able to burn yes because that plane no not jet fuel ya load wom omuhu ye and because or the bomber the fuel nankasa will explode. A idea highly inflammable. Enti se enya bofom na se impact in a higher. Obviously a jabetom. And that's exactly what happened in this particular instance. So just imagine say adiwe yesi. Na Alaska jet na bofom. Na wunya ye. Na memfa nse bia ade dade bia to na so nka obetimi atwe ho bia. Na eja atom na wuni ba bia fa. Na wo hye animo no.
Oh.
And the pictures and the video circulating, you know. I'm told that Dr. Manabo Manana Mameti TV and now just na Alaska, we a parent, what me look at Manabo where he has gotten to become a defense minister, such a young person. Now we are na mama now TV now hate TV. Na who's our name away? One way ya trauma obenya was as
that's right. And on the banner as a
yes.
Serious.
And Felix couldn't address the media because Oba no any demeanor and the composer because these are young guys who are related apart from professional job, they have personal relationship. And you could see he was throwing his hands in the air. How do we even address this thing? Then Alaska. And chief of staff or cancer or Timinya Kukudoba cancer asem no. He spoke for a few minutes.
That's right.
Because Okasa Emanuku Echira Ebianka Isumedi Echire because it's really hard. Very hard. It's unfortunate that this week has really been a tough week because Lumba Samia Kaya. And the persons involved, Obakaya, in my analysis, I've been making reference to your friend is Mutala Mohammed.
That's right.
He's one person I admire so much because he's frank. He's somebody on the back I say the word honorable no omo and scrappy because he feels honour MP there but Nimkro for the Subaya Bimudanadi. This is a guy or you're plain or canning some say they sit here. And these are individual, very articulate, very intelligent young man. In a service. Alaska, some of these things you may know, it's not about whether you like the person or you don't like the person. It's really sad because me say Obiawu, the last time I catch her say, Enisa Woyare and Sana Wu, Koyangu baby, I say, Esa Woyare and Sana Wu, or no be but sometimes the way it happens to so ban in this particular way. And the fuel involved, you know, a highly inflammable. So Alaska, some produce we see are not yet ding. And the films na nkasa no kura betimi say you can't describe this thing. Alaska, the family no baby omo bia no. I think say your friend say your condolences has to go to the family first, the mother and Honorable Samuel Sapon. I remember a few weeks ago, me Oshiame or your friend said, "Daho, Ohumia, that was the first Ohumiana. Obom, hey Ivan, I've been watching you. You're doing great. That is the kind of way the first encounter, Minyan, and I didn't even expect to be Humidin. But the very moment he saw me, he came to me, no Betchiame, is that signing as a forum. These are individuals. Alaska is very sad. And then Yentimin can't any soldier for now involved.
That's right. It means we are losing something there.
Yes. The 3 military guys are amongst service to their country, service to their nation. In the course of this duty, no, Alaska, they have families, they have other way. It's sad, and I think that is good. So yeah, per the words of the chief of staff, or declares a tragic Wednesday.
That's right.
It's really tragic because it doesn't happen. So when cabinet ministers and high profile government officials in this particular manner.
No.
And the sad aspect of this whole thing is that I'm told the president was supposed to be at the function.
That's right.
And the president was supposed to be on board on this particular plane.
That's right.
It was a last minute rearrangement. And then the man president joined. And yes, I Bianca and a different thing altogether. But Alaska,
according to your reporter from the presidency, yes, you go more fete. Asofo bi bae. Etese omobe pese president ni omobe ba besum ene.
Okay.
In the president who say okay, say asofo say na dwumade bi su say dia e de metuma na musifo akọ na meni asofo na okọ akọsum.
Yes.
Enti president ni enter enam kwanso a wo mu ekọ. Ena awo gomu afete ansana news we mbaye. So the president had to what? Get return.
Yes. So the president was supposed to be at the program.
At the same plane.
The same plane and Akuffo. So last minute arrangement, the president had to go somewhere, and then Omane, Mutala, and some other individuals. We, Madam, for you, Abuaji or Kahui,
that's right.
But and I'm parliamentary way now, Deputy NADMO coordinator. So obviously, Obezi in Accra, and he has to join them.
Ow!
Because in the place I obwase anytime be my friend be obwase no be oba Accra or I'm a back cry my friend that kind of way.
FM 92.3.
It's sad. It's sad. Today is indeed tragic. When your friends say Wednesday, because we least expected some of these things will happen. Alaska is quite unfortunate. And the sad aspect of my our deputy minister of defense and
our defense minister.
I don't know. Few days ago, I think in one of his address, he was talking about the military planes now our bad conditions.
Very well.
At this time, we can't preempt ourselves and say it be a mechanical fault relating to the plane, weather. I don't want to speculate because officially, I think almost the closest way I been her fire service way I been her Boise, and they will drive 1 hour before they will get to the place. Technical report. I don't know whether some of these planes they use black box any details will be recorded. Because any way be pilot to go through be recorded in the black box. So I don't know in this particular military plane, they use those things. And that's so you hear their call. So because a pilot in the back, in as much as one lose contact with the control center, no, or back and it will be recorded. So you have a fair idea what happened at this point. Mahusa man for a bad weather. OBC say as at now there is no even the presidency or my report no crano couldn't attach any reason why this thing happened. For all we know is that particular place in Ankasa is a problem. And some of these things, some of these phenomena, to explain them sometimes a bit way. Because I think in the Baltic Sea somewhere, a particular place, a sinking ship from the 80s up to now. And that's so. So I think that one of the areas we were feeding them a catcher, a ship I think you go to a point of even playing cranam, hornas or fast away, no so pet. You are likely say overdrawn it. So some of this, I don't know whether it's a natural force, whatever, but I think that in the coming days, no further explanation will come up. But Alaska is really sad Because the very people involved are young people. Look at Maneboaba, very young person, full of life, energy. Now, I know her press conference, so yeah, clearly could see say this is somebody
I didn't
know so much into his job, very passionate. He was the same person who was saying say the military in the next 4 years, is going to employ about 12,000 young people.
That's right.
Making sure say he's doing things right just to ensure say that accommodation will be available. And all of a sudden we are talking about a different thing altogether. It's really sad. And I also sympathize with the president. Because you can imagine the state of trauma because the chief of staff, when he spoke, you could see clearly. I've told you about Felix. He stayed there to the extent that he couldn't even address the media because he's devastated, very highly devastated. The chief of staff was very quick to wrap things up in a very particular way. But Alaska, I idea one you careful be one. Yes, obi anyway. I said Bermuda Triangle. Yes, it's true. Thank you very much. Bermuda Triangle. So the phenomenon up to now, people haven't been able to give us a clarity as to why. So Ghana, so I think the Bermuda Triangle, yes, our place, Yes, because last year, there was a similar incident. The only difference is plane and crash. Our the same area. And I remember, sir, Abraham Mahama, president. There was a scare. I think that the plane in by force landing be over Kaya. If you turn your mind back to 2016, 2015, there was an incident there that has to do with the same helicopter thing, and a president was on board around that particular time. I think that Obiswa catch him said during President Akuffo time.
Happy.
There was a similar.
Annual ritual.
Yeah, I walked that particular place. It's unfortunate that this time around, I claim such valuable lives. More mind. I think Ghana for we need to do to honor their memory. I think we need to do because Alaska is sad. It's sad.
Right.
Because I saw Maneboama a few days ago. This is a young man full of life, very passionate. Oh, Alaska.
Right. I'm sure that was Ivan Che Innocent. Ivan Meba Mama Yetiwe Kakratiwe. Mini Omaneboama your last interview before 2024 elections on this particular network. I know say na Wednesday.
I've just read that the military say the Chief of Army Staff, Major General Bismarck Kwesi Ongona, has stated that the military has a significant responsibility in ensuring a free, fair, and transparent election. Look, the military, NDC will win all the barracks in Ghana. I want to tell the top hierarchy of the military, NDC will win all the barracks in Ghana. So the top hierarchy of the military, if they think what was done in the year 2020 can be repeated in 2024, they are joking. They are joking. Repeat it after me. They are joking. If they think that military invasion of parliament now on January 6th, it will be repeated in this election. Once again, they are joking. Who will be a Wama command? And Nipana Edinechino are not obeying the command. They should wait and see.
Ivan, 1 year Pepper Penny.
Yes, it's very so. Like most of his interviews, Ninja center on defense.
That's right.
And this is somebody who advocating for some changes in the way a military few days ago and our challenging various security agencies about missing ammunitions.
That's right.
And I think so here in the press conference now that leading that conversation has to do with this ammunition. And don't also forget that this gentleman in question, Dr. Maneboama, is a medical doctor. The classmate and Madame Fo, me papa, me doctor. A friend Dr. Mia, Holy Family Hospital. No, and I work in UST.
That's right.
So they are very close friends. So this is a gentleman with a medical background as a medical doctor. Our transition to do what he's doing.
Wow.
Alaska, you need to be somebody of a highly intellectual, to have a high intellectual value to be able to, blend some of these things and do it quite well. It's quite unfortunate. I don't know where Sayebe used to express. And Addo condolences, and you don't even know who to wish.
Exactly.
Because this is a gentleman, the military alusu, bibi the NDC fraternity lose bibi Ghana for lose bibi and son and the family so lose bibi and Mutala is the same thing and say there is another by elections ever cost because Mutala was an MP. And Mutala has always been my favorite MP.
That's right.
Because of Okanagin, or straight to the point. Then as for Alaska is sad. It's sad. I remember there was a time he was on TV and will be challenging the sort of part one and I said for and there were no no read the part for good to say yes. He is a free soul, very fine person with calm composure, even though near day there. Alaska, but that's sorry. And these are individuals who pitch up about thing. Sometimes oyarena owu yanka that is different.
That's right.
Oh no oyare yakofhwe no. Then you prepare your mind towards acceptance. So oh no oyare because owu yare the possibility of you getting closer to death na ya na in our part of the world no you so oyare na wawu. But where there when yare ho yaden. What that sort of park crowd oyire me tu kwan yakokumase akwakoya ade aba. And all of a sudden, such a tragic incident happened. And Alaska, it's sad. I think Ghana for respect BS you pay for this departed Sobiano very often. The politics. NDC, MPP, Nancy, Muhunu.
No, Baba, so what is your way? Politics. What do you mean?
Yes, because in this particular way, I'm not sure, sir. Anybody betim this animal way politics I asama I and if nothing at all I'm told say na mame TV na sad ni see so NDC for more your friends around the area.
That's right. They should get close.
They rush to the place to console the woman because me sure say baby word because how man when mame e bia wanyini and some of these things Alaska it will knock you off.
That's right.
It will knock you off because it's sad. It's really sad. And I think tribute to be as a man for pay. The presidency, the place is highly devastated.
That's right.
And I saw Muntaka.
That's right.
Your first interior minister.
Initially,
he was crying like a baby. People had to console him and several other people. Alaska is sad. It's sad.
Because what the information I had, no Kratina, or no so Kawan Komuko.
Yes,
Nanka or no so
issue no Babanteno. I think say Nipa now Mudi in the Muya Mutaka.
That's right.
And then Amakufi Bua, Lance Minister.
Hanabisu.
Okay, but I'm told say Nrano, Lance Minister. Akoye.
And I don't need the let them no medicain.
Okay, on it Ako Kumase.
That's right. Yeah, delay. I can not come back.
Oh, okay. And then just said the lab of a form. They say play no biasu. Oh, it's sad. Alaska, some of these things, you know, and Oko US akata for no for play no.
Really?
Oh, we are US for you don't quite you know for playing that. Or say on person about Friday uko wa untimi nsimwane. Enti kilometer na dan oba drive.
That's right.
Because who to the sense plane accident. Now no they see we India echo way plane taking off na and omunya indications say plane ko crash. We ya ho hwe enye.
And there's when you to yourself me
one yes. When you to yourself uko and we fan saying the oba frɛ bi abɛfrɛ. And sa plane accident sometimes you know almost say nyame sometimes some of things not happen nyame bu na ne gu ne sa plane ko we no obi a video inside the bar na enkura nketenkete a yawo mo e de damanfo nan so opimfo wo mu a onyem Alaska when natural phenomenon that Indian play no oba pimfo e wo mu ena your friends are ma mempanimfo who say there are people they can calm themselves obi obetimi calm ne ho but because obi wo mu a otim di I remember no obi encounter with Mandela no mu tu kwan akọ baby.
That's right.
And plane no enya turbulence I was so bubom na amanfo esu Jesus na obi obe friend nyame ofi friend bosom and Mandela team na why.
Okay, I was now winning and some so our political highway so Ivan Chi and I attending kase or this and seminar to the abusunya sisia Ghana atodin Ghana say ya motoa enye asam ketokra beda mase samoje penekokoti sa and some way at my aha Ghana Politics Avenue. So, madam, I say, unsubscribe, I subscribe, like, and I share my Afro front so answer into me and kebi, madam. I say.